Hello, hello, hello. Dan Jascott here from Empower Leadership with our Empower from Home activity of the week. This week, our challenge is the aluminum boat weight bearing challenge. You're going to use some aluminum foil, build a boat, place pennies in the boat, and see how many pennies your boat can hold before it capsizes. All right, the supplies for this activity are very, very, very simple. What you need is a square of aluminum foil. For our boat this week, I went with about a 16 inch by 16 inch. We're going for quite the vessel here. You need a bunch of pennies in a container so you don't lose them. And last but not least, a bucket filled with water. You can go with the 5-gallon bucket, or we went with the old beach sand castle building bucket here. So simple supplies: bucket of water, pennies, and a square of aluminum foil. We have Captain Greg of the SS Silver Minnow. He's not quite a naval engineer, but he's putting together quite the vessel here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not speeded up for your viewing pleasure. This is just him working efficiently. All right, trying it out. It's a little too big for our ocean here today. Big part of problem solving is having a plan, but then being able to evaluate and make adjustments. And for any of you boating enthusiasts, you don't want to have too big of a boat for the body of water that you're playing in here. Too much gasoline. Looking close, looking good. We're almost getting there. We got some, based on the size of this thing, we have some very, very strong borders of this boat right here. Should be able to hold a whole bunch of pennies. One of the important elements too, once you're done building your boat, you want to make sure the bottom of it is pretty flat here, which Greg has done a great job of so far. Let's see, does it float? All right, as you can see, Greg's wonderful vessel passed its first test. It can float without any weight into it. Now it's time to see how it does as a weight-bearing vessel. All right, we're gonna pull our ship out of the ocean here, out of the base of the ocean, and see how we did here with the amount of pennies. Yeah, you just gotta get all in there, Greg. Great job. Make sure you drain the pennies. And I highly recommend doing this activity outside as to not get in trouble with the adults at home. All right, there's our finished product. We're gonna completely pull this thing apart, see how many pennies that we have, and we'll get right back for the final portion of the aluminum boat weight bearing challenge. All right, so Greg and his wonderful craftsmanship, we finished up with 92 pennies. Not too shabby, not too shabby. One of the things we love best about this activity, it's a little bit of creative problem solving. It fosters the idea of trying something, seeing how it works, and making adjustments. As you can see in Greg's boat building, when he went through that process, he had to adjust the size of his boat to fit into our proverbial ocean. And then also it's cool to try out different shapes and sizes of boats to see if you can beat your record. We had 92 this week. My challenge to you is see if you can beat that number. Post it on social media, tag Empower Leadership, and use the hashtag EmpowerFromHome. Thanks for joining us for our activity of the week. We'll see you next time.